got to have some action. Time is running out. Come in. Well, if it isn't the boy reporter. Okay, check it again. Right. Good morning, Mr. Lambert.
Good morning, Mrs. Randall. What's with the new field?
Oh, nothing, just sinking a third shaft.
News like that's not going to sell any papers.
Well, how about a recipe for chicken cacciatore?
No, thanks. That former employee of yours, Roy Turner, was released from state prison this morning on parole.
Oh, glad to hear it.
What do you do around here anyway, besides steal the payroll?
He was one of my roughnecks, and I don't think he stole a payroll.
We got an announcement this morning from the university. Says you have donated $25,000 to Dr. Bishop's research project.
In memory of my late husband. Why?
Doc Bishop is also chairman of the parole board.
So?
No connection?
No comment.
Kind of odd, isn't it, Liz? Man steals $40,000 from you, and here, 3 years later, you bail him out?
No one can buy a parole, Si, you know that.
No, but you can, let's say, create a favorable climate for one.
Well, I suppose it has been done.
But not in this case.
No comment.
Goodbye, Liz.
So long, Si.
Yeah, the electrical power factor.
Listen, Thomas Edison, maybe you've done your algebra for tomorrow, but Benjamin Franklin here hasn't, so say goodnight.
See you tomorrow, Pudgy. Over and out. Gee, Mom, you're getting prettier every day.
That will get you no place.
Hey, there's a dance at the club tonight. Why don't you call Jerry Michaels? He'd jump at a chance to take you.
I wish you'd stop fixing my dates for me.
But, Ma...
How many times have I told you not to call me Ma?
Okay, Mater.
Oh, we'll settle for Ma. Come on, algebra.
Good evening. Is Mrs. Randall in? I'm Roy Turner.
She's in the library.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you reading?
Algebra.
You sound as if you don't like it.
I don't.
Why not?
I don't see any sense in it. All those X's and Y's.
Say, aren't you a little old to be just starting algebra?
Well, I'm only 13.
Is that all? Well, you look older. I guess it's your shoulders. Say, how'd you develop all that muscle?
Push-ups.
Well, maybe that's why they make you study algebra.
Why?
Push-ups for the head. The brain's a muscle, isn't it?
Oh, it is?
That's what they tell me.
Oh, Mom, this is Mr. Turner.
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Randall.
Upstairs.
Okay.
I know we have an appointment tomorrow morning, but I couldn't wait.
Well, please come in.
Thank you.
May I offer you a drink?
No, thanks. The last time I saw him, he was no higher than a whiskey jack.
They do grow up.
Mrs. Randall, this has been a very interesting day. First, the warden tells me you've got a job for me, and there's a reservation at the Drovers Hotel. Then when I get there, the clerk hands me an envelope with $100 in it.
It's just in advance. I thought perhaps you might be able to use it.
Yeah, thanks. Mrs. Randall, why did you help swing my parole? Why do you want me back here?
I have a job I want you to do.
What kind of job?
Assistant to the president.
Me, assistant to her?
She's chairman of the board. I'm president. I'm trying to open up a new field. There's oil there, I'm sure of it, but my lease expires in about a week, and I have to work quickly. That's your first assignment.
What makes you think I can handle it?
Oh, you've handled bigger. Persian Gulf, Venezuela, Chile.
Whoever dug that out was a good man.
That's the kind I hire. Anyhow, you made your pile, lost it, and wound up here as a roughneck.
I wound up in prison.
At the trial, your story was that you had been framed, wasn't it?
That was my story.
Maybe I believed it.
I used to watch you driving across the field in that fishtail convertible. I always figured you for a dame, a woman who had everything and nothing. Money, brains, looks, everything but a heart.
What has heart got to do with it?
Maybe I was wrong.
Oh, maybe. You'll take the job?
I'll be there at 9.
Does the chairman of the board think I was framed?
You're working for me, Roy, not my mother-in-law.
Yeah. And thanks. Good night.
Good night. Oh, good morning, Jesse.
Well, aren't we all gussied up? High heels, pearls. First thing you know, you'll be riding side saddle.
I have to go to that charity thing, that luncheon.
Yeah, so do I, but I don't feel very charitable.
No, why not?
Ah, these silly women. I was playing hen poker last night. One of them tried to tell me some cock and bull story about how you sprung Roy Turner out in parole and hired him to be your assistant. I sure got her told.
Wasn't any cock and bull story.
What?
He starts this morning.
Roy Turner here?
Mm-hmm. I need an assistant.
You hired a man that stole a $40,000 payroll from me?
Did you see him steal it?
He was convicted, wasn't he?
On circumstantial evidence.
He wanted to buy an oil lease. He needed money. They found the payroll in his car at the airport. Now, look here, Liz. Put that stuff down and look at me. Why? Why would you hire Roy Turner?
Who else would? He'll be so grateful, he'll break his neck trying to do a good job, and he's a good man.
Ah, better men than him are cluttering up the lobbies of every hotel between here and Tulsa.
I happen to want Roy Turner. I'm tired. I want to spend more time with Mike. Summer's coming. I might want to take him on a vacation.
Well, aren't you being the little mother?
Have you any objections as to what kind of a mother I am?
Up to now, I haven't.
Come in.
I've been to... Good morning, Mrs. Randall. I've been to personnel. I'm all set.
They're having trouble at the Cherokee Springs field, the Rogers lease. Get out there as quickly as possible. I'll be out later.
Yes, ma'am. Goodbye, ma'am.
Three years on the rock pile didn't hurt his build none.
You're on the wrong track, Jesse.
Oh, stop trying to be the innocent little widow. You're restless. You have been for a long time. Not that I blame you any. If I was 20 years younger, I might go for him myself. 10 even.
How do you know what I am?
Because we're the same kind of people, Liz. I was a hash slinger in a mining camp. You was a hip slinger on a carnival midway. Now you listen to me. I know you didn't love my son. But we made a bargain, you and me. You took this job because he wasn't man enough to do it.
Leave him out of it. He's dead.
Yeah. But he left me a grandson. And you're going to carry on for him. You're going to build something so good, nobody can throw mud at it.
Believe me, Jesse, you haven't a thing to worry about.
Well, plenty of things to worry about. One of them ain't going to be my grandson's mother getting mixed up with the next convict. Just remember that.
Then you should bring her in around midnight. Oh, no, don't let that happen. All right, Roy, I'll take your word for it. But call me back. I'll be waiting. Right. Mike, you shouldn't walk out on your guests.
I wanted to have a talk with you, Mom. It's swell having you at the party, but I can handle it myself. Why don't you go out to the field?
Now, you're still a very small boy, and I'm not going to have you push me around.
You don't fool me. You don't want to be here drinking pink lemonade when the well blows in.
Do you know something? You just twisted my arm.
Hello.
Couldn't stay away.
Wow.
My kid's giving a party.
Well, that shouldn't be wasted on kids.
You don't have to say things like that, Roy. It's better if you didn't.
Sorry, boss.
What's going on out there? They've stopped drilling.
I was just phoning you. We're down another 50 and nothing shows. I think we ought to use a bullet.
If you drop a bullet in that shaft and there won't be a thing left.
What would you do?
Put them back to work. Keep drilling.
We're already down 2,100.
We'll go 25, go 3,000. Then if nothing shows, we'll bring in a fracking setter from Tulsa.
I checked it. We couldn't get it here for 48 hours. That's when your lease expires.
Roy, please, don't argue the point. My way, at least we stand a chance.
I'm afraid you're too late, Mrs. Randall.
Oh, Roy, no, you didn't. Not without asking me.
You put me in charge of this deal. As long as I'm running things, I'll run them my way. Listen.
She's coming in.
Coming in a gusher.
Oh, Roy! Oh.
Morning.
Morning, Jesse. What are you doing up so bright and early?
Chartered me a plane for Dallas. Took a notion to do some shopping.
Well, it's a lovely day for it.
Yeah, ain't it? Oh, by the way, congratulations. Year number 3 come in.
Yes, I was just going to phone you. 1,000 barrels a day.
Oh, that's nice. Liz, Millie Raymond bought herself a sable coat. Anything costs more than sable.
Yes, chinchilla.
Chinchilla. Well, if they got it at Neiman's, I'll get me one. Want me to bring you one?
No, thanks. I've got everything I need.
So I noticed last night at the shack. I was looking in the window when the well come in.
Jesse, I will not have you spying on me.
I didn't like it either. Ruined the $40 pair of slippers. Got oil all over my mink. Last night when I come in, I said, Jesse, you're too old for this messy sort of thing. Put a stop to it like you meant to in the beginning. This morning, I called payroll. I told them to close Roy Turner out with 2 weeks' pay.
Sam, Liz, Mrs. Randall put in a closing notice on Roy Turner. Cancel it.
Liz.
That's right. I said cancel it. It was a mistake. Right.
I didn't expect that. I didn't want open war between us.
Neither did I, Jesse, but if that's the way you want it, I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it? Why, you poor little sparrow. What chance do you think you've got against me? Take a look out that window. I own everything you see. The wells, the town, even the people in it. That's power, Liz. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to send you right back to that tent show you come from.
Well, how does she look?
Looks all right.
If I owned a field that's just been proved up, I'd be a little more enthusiastic.
I'm very pleased it came in.
It came in a week ago. You haven't been here since.
I've been busy.
Day and night?
Uh-huh.
I hear different. I hear you don't go out at all. Lady hermit. Did you love him very much?
Did I love whom very much?
Your husband, Charles Wellington Randall. I remember he smashed up a car once. Well, about 4 or 5 years ago, just after I came here.
Yes, he smashed up a car.
The newspaper said he had a girl with him.
I was working in the carnival when I married Charlie. I liked this life better. He had lots of girls, needed them, I guess, or thought he did. I want you to drill some more wells right away.
I took a girl out myself the other night.
Pretty one, I hope.
Works in the payroll department. She told me I got fired the other day for an hour or so.
Well, you're still working for me, aren't you?
Mrs. Randall, I don't like being a football. I don't like being kissed and then kissed off, so maybe you better find yourself another boy to dig your wells.
No, Roy, I want you to stay.
You do. Then why haven't I been able to get you on the phone? I thought that excitement called for a celebration. I still do.
Roy, let's get one thing straight. What happened in the shack? Well, it didn't matter too much.
I misjudged you, I guess. I thought you were a little bit better than that.
Better than what?
Oh, it must have been a nice little Brannigan. I'll tell you how it went. The chairman of the board found out you'd given me a job and blew a stack. Took me off the payroll. You faced up to her and put me back. And then she laid it on the line. I can work for you, but it stops there. After hours, I'm still an ex-con, right?
Take me back to the office.
Sure.
Pick me up for dinner at 8.
My daughter-in-law.
Right here, Jesse.
I want to talk to you.
It's what you get when you split an atom. Of course I never split an atom. I read it in a book. Oh, hi, Grandma. It's Grandma, Pudgy.
Don't you know anybody else?
Upstairs, Mike.
Call you right back. Where's my cut, Grandma?
Yeah, didn't play today. Too busy for poker. I'll beat it like your ma says.
Yeah, sure.
Can I get you a drink, Jesse?
Yeah, straight. New dress, huh?
Oh, sort of.
You don't have to tell me where you're going, I know. Made a reservation at the club for dinner for two, taking Roy Turner, I reckon.
Yes, Jesse, I am.
Well, if you think I'm upset about that, you're in the cactus. Matter of fact, you taking that convict to an exclusive club fits right in with my plan.
What plan is that, Jesse?
Get rid of you, Liz. Remember that day Charlie brought you home? Said, here she is, Ma. I'm going to marry her. She ain't no debutante, but she's like the girl that married dear old Dad. I thought you was just the kind of wife for my son. I've always liked you, Liz. I like you now. I don't want to hurt you. That's why I come here tonight. To give you one more chance. Get rid of Roy Turner. Now, I'm going to take you into court. I'm going to prove you an unfit mother and get custody of my grandson.
Of Mike?
He's the only one I got.
Well, on what grounds? You're talking like a madwoman.
Honey, child, I got solid proof you and Roy Turner have been carrying on as far back as 5 years, when Charlie was alive.
That's a lie.
I got men who saw you.
Oh. Oh, that's what you've been doing. Buying witnesses, perjury, hmm?
Money is such a handy thing to have around.
And I always thought you threw them straight.
Well, all's fair, as the saying goes. What's your answer now, Liz?
Well, I didn't want to hurt you either, Jesse, but you've left me no choice.
What's that?
About a week after Charlie's plane crash, the coroner brought me a box. He said, here's Mr. Randall's things. Hat, pair of binoculars, maps, and papers. I didn't even open it. I just put it away. Then a couple of months ago, Mike wanted a pair of binoculars for a Boy Scout trip, and I got it out. Underneath them in the box, I found this. A letter Charlie wrote to me just before he died.
That's it.
Jesse, that plane crash was no accident. He crashed deliberately.
I don't believe it.
Charlie stole that payroll, not Roy. He had to pay a gambling debt. He stole a car, drove to the airport. Roy's car. Then he must have realized what he had done and walked away from the whole thing. He wrote this letter absolving Roy, got in his plane, and committed suicide.
This is just a typewritten letter. You made the whole thing up, Liz.
You know better than that. The original is in my safe deposit box in the bank. I'm sorry, Jesse.
I guess I'll go now. I must be getting old, Liz. All of a sudden, I feel the misery like Mama used to say.
Well, perhaps you'd better spend the night.
No. No, I'm all right. I'm all right. So you always thought I played him straight. Well, I never threw a curve like the one you threw, Roy Turner.
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Randall. What's wrong, Liz? Liz, what's wrong?
She's right. She is so right.
What happened between you two?
Roy, Charlie stole that payroll. This is his confession. He wrote it just before he committed suicide.
You knew this and you let me rot in that stinking prison?
No, I did not know it. Not at the time, I swear it. When the coroner brought the box of Charlie's things, I didn't have the heart to open it. I just put it away. And then a couple of months ago, Mike wanted a pair of binoculars, and I remembered. And in the box, I found the letter, and that's the truth.
So you kept your mouth shut and swung my parole and gave me a job.
Oh, Roy, please try to understand. I was wrong, but I didn't want Mike to find out about his father. Mike is my son. He's all I've got. I thought I could make it up to you.
Don't worry, you have.
Bring the ice?
Over 2,000 miles. I spend more money on private detectives because of you. We were about to give up when one of them stumbled on a lead. Now, who ever heard of Petrolera de Managua?
You came all the way to Nicaragua?
I'm here.
Why?
I want you to come back. Mike knows the truth.
You didn't have to, for me.
I know, but after you left, I realized that what happened in the shack that night, well, it did matter very much. Roy, I need you.